Hello there, and I want to begin by wishing everybody happy holidays and Merry Christmas, whether you're a believer or no, and a happy and safe New Year. And I'm coming at you in this series. I call it the Aftermath, and I'm in great health. Notwithstanding all I've been through, I'm eating well. My appetite's good, a little too good, gaining a little more weight than I want. Trying to keep that off, and I'm exercising and feeling generally physically very well. Doctors want to keep the port in as I recorded or earlier because they, are that doctor mindset of thinking that things will come back. My response to that is if I get a negative scan, a negative MRI, which is positive to me, of there being no cancer, that I want this out, this port out. And if it should come back, put the port back in, do what you have to do. But I don't want any part of me to purport or believe or be inclined to thinking that this thing is going to come back. And if you're keeping something in, you as some sort of measure um, in case it comes back, then the part of you is purporting to that or believing in that. And I don't want to give anything to that. In fact, I almost feel like it's a slap in the face to God who's brought me this far, thinking it's going to come back. Of course, the medical industry is what it is. Makes me wonder, though, how much is it? How much of it is true that the medical industry does work in cahoots and with the pharmaceuticals and wants you to remain sick so they can continue to uh, do chemo and things of such, and which costs tens of thousands of dollars per month. um, we would hope that's not true, but a lot of things seem to be supporting that. Food being as unhealthy as it is, and so many things being unhealthy as they are, and commercials on TV pushing drugs and things of this nature. I find myself kind of combating that, trying to live as healthy as I can. Unfortunately, so much around us is unhealthy: the air, the water, the soil. We can only do the best we can. Now, in another matter, um, Social Security disability has provided me a sizable shock. I'm still in shock because they are telling me after asking me for pay stubs and all kinds of stuff and verification of employment or not working that I never qualified. That I might have to pay all the money that I received back, which amounts to about $27,000 or more. And I find it shocking, and their rationale is that I continued working, or I did not leave my job. I didn't quit my job, more precisely, um, upon being diagnosed with this. Now, in America, we're told, and in life, we're told to work and give into the system and do all you can to support your family and to not feed upon the system. And not doing such, I'm being penalized. I did wait 6 months before it even kicked in. And when I received these benefits, I was not working because I was too sick to work. But again, they're telling me that because I didn't quit the job, apparently, that I never qualified and that I may have to pay all these monies back. And it did shock me tremendously. And uh, it's hard to believe that we live um, under such a system. There's no way I could have paid my bills and supported my family. I made any contributions to supporting my family had I left my job, waiting 6 7 months for them to process the disability and for the money to come in. So again, it's very shocking and hard to believe our system works this way. And if anyone out there knows any good disability lawyers who especially is with Legal Shield, something I'm with, then please share that name with me. I am seeking legal help to help me through this. I don't know what the outcome will be, but I will fight it because it does seem to be unjust. Um, this just always seems to be something, to come along to provide some sort of a shock, in my world. I'm not looking for self pity or anything like that. I have at hand. Um, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, which leads me to the question: is exactly how strong is one expected, or does one need to be? Can't there be some peace, some downtime? Sometimes just enjoy life, but a lot of things are in place to prevent this. It's written. Even our own Bible says, the meek shall inherit the earth, and you get your reward in heaven. And a lot of this, and I don't mean to blaspheme or anything like that. I am a believer in God, but I was written by man. We're told it's supposed to be influenced and ordained by God Himself, and a lot in there is good, but a lot of it in there does seem to purport to supporting the people in power, the body politic uh, at one time actually was run by the church, and to help support those people stay in power and keep people down, again, with the belief that you'll get yours in the afterlife. Well, what's wrong with getting it now? Muhammad Ali said it, and I believe it. What's wrong with why do only a certain percent of people get to enjoy such a wonderful life? While the rest of us toil and wait for our reward in heaven. That's just my belief, and my feeling at this time, and has been my feeling and question for some time. So again, that's where I am. Health is good. Looking forward to a wonderful Christmas. Has been somewhat taken away from with the revelation from Social Security, and which again I hope is wrong. Something I can successfully without me having to pay this money back. But beware out there. If you're stricken with something, nowhere did I read that to be the case. So just advocate for yourself. So that's where I am right now. Again, I'm blessed and very thankful that I made it past the worst, the cancer itself, and working again and gameful, and am enjoying at this time good health, and I'll try to keep my head up and pray and not lose my faith. These type of things do knock your faith, though. It really does. Makes you wonder, what's it all for? Suppose I do have to pay this back, so I get to work. It's like a car, a nice car, that I don't get to drive. Some of y'all may say, well, you're the car. Well, you know, the system's supposed to be there for you. I put several years in. I've earned these things. So again, hopefully they'll be resolved in a way that will not be detrimental to my health or the health of my finances and family either. That's where things stand right now. I see the doctor again, go to Baltimore, and see the doctor 20 minutes, get to spend around $100 and several hours getting there and getting back for a 20-minute appointment, but insurance says that's what's required, and so I will go see the doctor. Another thing with the system. So I just want to thank you all again, as always, for your prayers and well wishes, and for all those out there working under these so-called leaders and these bosses who have all kinds of ego trips, and I don't know what goes through their heads to make work life so difficult, and there's so much unfairness and things of that nature. But we fight and hopefully overcome and enjoy some modicum of happiness and peace while on earth, and cementing a better place for us and after all this is through. So just want to take time to share that, and wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year once again. and may the new year bring you peace and good health and happiness in spite of all the horrors that's happening around us day to day, contrived or just happening in life as part of life. So blessings and peace.